live. Hey, look at that.
Yes, we are live. This is the best experience, and we have a guest. We got
Yes.
Geoff Laney. Thank you for joining us today. But
Absolutely.
before we get into everything, Geoff, we like to welcome our newest members every week. We read off the newest members that have joined our Patreon. And for those, when you join, we actually read your name off in the beginning of every show. And
Yeah.
it's an appreciation. Thank you guys for joining our community.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
absolutely.
Nick.
So Vivian Ho, thank you very much. Vicky Wu, Ming Tess, hopefully I said that right. Zunyan Yu, Nini, Mezen Yi, Shirley Gone, and Lair Chin. Thank you all very much. If I butchered your names, my humblest apologies. But thank you for joining. We appreciate you being here. Let's see here. So we go to questions, correct?
Yes, let's go right to questions. Because we got 2 questions in this week. And for those part of the Patreon, let me take that out. Didn't mean for that to pop up.
You're already going to those.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, we're just bouncing all over the place.
That we are.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we got 2 questions in.
Yeah, I usually take vitamins and probiotics. Is that healthy, or should I try to get more from real foods instead? I just think it might not be getting enough nutrients from my diet. Okay. Well, basically, a balanced diet is like the number one thing you can do for yourself, period, the end. But little extra vitamins, vitamin C, a few other things, they're not going to hurt you. It's not going to be bad. So go ahead and take them. It's whatever you don't utilize, you're just going to pee out. So you're fine. Don't even worry about it. And then as far as the probiotics go, yeah, it's going to help you digest the food and stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely do that as well. It's going to help with your digestion. You can also try some stuff like chicken broth. That's going to help, the bone broth is going to help you digest your food. So it never hurts to do that as well. So put that, if you use a lot of white rice, add that to your white rice and then put your protein in with that, and you're going to digest a little better. So that's kind of, and then smaller, more frequent meals so that your protein breaks down, everything breaks down a little easier. It gets assimilated in your blood sugar and everything stays more even throughout your body. So if you eat like 5-6 times a day, as opposed to 2 or 3, your body's going to get the nutrients in easier as well. They're going to digest the smaller meals easier, and your stomach and digestive system won't have to work as hard, which is also going to be beneficial to you as well. So,
Geoff, you got any vitamins or anything that you would, as a recommendation? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I typically take all the same stuff. I take a multivitamin every day for all my micronutrients. I also take collagen as well, and I take milk thistle and other types of vitamins for liver, kidney, organ support. All the same stuff that Nick already mentioned, though.
Yeah. So it's once you get to a certain level, a lot of the guys are doing all the exact same things because it's what got them there in the first place. So these are all things that are going to help. All right. Number 2, when somebody's injured, sick, or recovering from surgery and can't really eat normal food, but actually needs more nutrients, what should you do instead? Do you need extra protein, or do they need extra protein and minerals? How can they get those in regular meals? Don't work. Protein, collagen, bone broth, all those things we just talked about, great things to help with recovery. They really are. Getting your protein in, if you can't get it in by eating the food, drink it. Pretty
Absolutely.
simple. Protein shakes, stuff like that, drink it, because you're going to be able to swallow a lot easier than you're going to be able to chew if you can't get the food in. And so and you're going to need to take in liquids anyway. So liquid protein with a whey or, whatever type of protein it is that you want to take in, do that instead. If you can't, you can't get a lot of calories in, you can't do that, drink it. Make the protein shakes and then drink those instead of eating the meals, because you're still going to drink fluids no matter what you do. So add that, because like during the summer we'll do that here in Vegas when it gets like too hot and you got to constantly drink like fluids. I'll go and have a couple protein shakes during the day because I get so full from drinking fluids I can't eat. Same philosophy when you're doing that with injury and stuff like that. And you can't eat. Drink your fluids. Drink your protein. So yeah.
Jeff, you got any recommendations in that area for just for like like they're saying, for someone who's out of surgery, trying to recover, or even sick?
Definitely getting all your food in, especially if you're sick. I've
Mhm.
been on plenty of deployments where I eat the wrong thing or I get some type of bad water in me, and then you're down and you're sick, and the last thing that you want is something on your stomach. And the best thing for you is rest and something on your stomach. So injury, sickness, what have you, just even like small little meals, anything is better than nothing. So
Yes, yes, I agree. And I just recently got over from I'm on the tail end of being sick. My whole house is sick here at the house, so it's like,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. And it's for me, electrolytes, something tasty in the water, what I'm saying, a little
Mhm.
flavor, and it really helps me out because I get really dehydrated. I'm one of those people, when you get sick or I'm injured or something like that, I lose my appetite and I want nothing. And it's like, no, I have to. And it's like breaking that mental aspect of that. That's what always fucks me up.
I'll take like juices and stuff and water them down a little bit so they're
Yeah.
Yep.
not as concentrated, stuff like that.
Like one
Cranberry juice, orange juice,
like
huh?
1/10 of a Pedialyte or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Stuff
Yeah.
like
No, that,
that. Put it in.
yeah. And there's nothing wrong with taking cold medicine. There's nothing wrong. What I'm saying? It's just get a little in, you know what I'm saying? And that's the best way to do it.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now we're going to talk to Jeff. It's the Jeff
Oh
time
no.
of the show. So Jeff is an amazing strongman. You just won the national championship in 2025, correct? In the
I did,
105s.
yes, sir.
Yes, you
Yep, and
did.
for the men's 105.
Yep. And what else did you do at that show?
I was able to set the 105's national overhead press record, and I did it 4:15 behind the neck. So
Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty freaking amazing. And I can tell
thank
you
you.
this: I never did that. So that's pretty amazing. That is totally phenomenal, and
Thank
you
you.
won it pretty handedly. So good job,
I
very good.
appreciate this.
And you turned out to be a pretty good power lifter, apparently too, huh?
Yeah, trying to follow in your footsteps. So
So you just did a contest, didn't you, on the 11th?
yes, I had the WPF World Championship, and I was in the men's 100 kilo and the pro open as well.
Mm-hmm. Got 551 dots. If
Hmm.
you don't know, that's a lot. That's really good. Squatted 793
Yep,
under 220.
793. I
Bench 440.
missed 800.
Don't
Hmm.
you hate that? It's like,
Yeah,
but it's okay. And then pulled 727.5 on the deadlift, correct?
sure did.
So that's a 1962 total at 220. And the biggest part of that is drug tested.
Yep.
You were in,
Yeah. It was a drug tested show.
yeah. So you're doing that drug tested, not just not just doing the show. You're doing that while tested. That's pretty amazing because that's 1962 is a big total at
I
220.
really wanted that. I really wanted that 2K under
Yeah,
220. Oh man,
it's there.
it's
It's
there.
there. It's there. It's just going to take a little time. It's there. And then how bad do you want to stay that light?
Uh, Powerlifting has slowly become a back burner for me.
Yeah.
So, and I'm really starting to get headstrong into strongman like focused.
Hmm. So in your strongman training, what do you got coming up now? What's next for you?
Next is the Arnold in March.
Okay. And what are the events for that? Do you know?
They have not released yet. No, I would
Okay.
love to know. I'd already be training.
Now, I noticed you're doing a lot of stone sandbags.
Yes, I recently came across a set of sandballs, and I've seen them used at OSG as well. I am
Mhm.
not doing OSG this year. However, they were there last year. Now Cerberus makes them. I'm assuming having them in the toolkit will come in handy soon.
It will 100%. It always will. It's just something different, and it's also
Yeah,
pretty good because you shoulder those things pretty easy too.
they're a lot of fun. Surprisingly difficult in their own way, easier in ways that I didn't expect. So,
Mm.
and I think in all the easy ways are to my strengths of
Mhm.
picking and shouldering and what have you. So I'm gonna have fun with it.
So now, are you doing it the way you do it for a particular reason, or is that
No,
just the way?
just off season fun,
Okay.
just trying to
Now,
learn something new.
now you're getting paid for this now, correct? You're a professional, correct?
I am dual pro. The WPF pays me, and then I'm a 105 pro through Strongman Core.
Okay. Now, that being said, we need to make things as easy as possible when you're training
Oh yeah,
because you want the stuff to be as easy as possible. Have you tried the sandbags with a leather belt on, a loose one?
I have not. No.
Okay. Have you tried those balls with a pair of blue rubber gloves on? The kind you can buy at
Oh yeah, the
Walmart.
gardening ones.
Huh?
Like
Yes.
the gardening ones. Yeah. No.
Yes. Hmm. I
I feel like
think you need to
need to write these down.
yes. The goal is to make things as easy as possible within the rules. And if they don't put any
hmm
rules where you can't use a leather belt, and they don't put any rules in where you can't use those rubber gloves, because those rubber gloves grip sandbags, whether they're the round ones or whatever, they grip the sandbags. They make picking up off the ground just that much easier,
I
especially
assume much better than chalk.
about 1,000 times better than chalk. Yes,
Okay.
way better than chalk. And there's little tricks you can do, which I'll explain to you later at a different time because I'm not going to give
Those are
every.
off-camera secrets.
Yeah. Um,
I will be
but
eagerly
put the
waiting.
gloves on, tape them around your wrist so they don't slide or move, and then lap it, and then put the belt should be about an inch loose, just so you get a little
Okay.
bit of a that catches the bag,
Now you mean like a leather belt, like I would wear with
like a
just my
1 inch,
jeans?
like a 1 inch lever belt,
Oh,
or
lever.
the
Okay.
4 inch or the 3 inch, 13 millimeter belts that you wear.
Okay. And
Okay, yeah,
then
you leave that like an inch loose, so it's got a little bit of a lip on it. Grab that into the sandbag,
okay.
and then
Yeah, that makes sense.
use your hips instead of your abs.
Very
You'll pop it
true.
right up. You'll pop it right up over your shoulders every time. You'll be able to throw it in the air. The
That's
way
gonna
you're
be
doing,
nice because I already feel super confident with them. So that's gonna be great.
yeah, it'll just make it that much easier. You'll save that much energy and have that much energy for your next event, which is the goal for the pros. Is you want to outthink everyone, not out tough everyone.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and that's a mistake I see a lot of athletes try to out tough everybody instead of outthink everybody. So Novikov is a guy that tries to outthink everybody. Brian would try to outthink everybody. There's some guys out there, Magnus Ver, which is why Magnus Ver is all over people when he sets rules because he used to
Yeah.
try to outthink everybody. Same thing, outthink everyone when you're going. It'll make a big difference on those. And then, how do you work on your foot speed with your frame? Were you going at that speed on purpose, or was that just?
So no, I trained a lot faster. I trained like a lot of like static, high steps, like
Mhm,
old football drills, footwork, foot
mhm,
speed. Um, it was who second and third place were. I
mhm,
knew that they could outdo me all day on the frame carry at nationals.
mhm,
Um, DJ Doggett, I he would train at an 880 frame for the same distance, same speed, animal on grip strength. Grip strength is my weakest link.
Oh,
So knowing that he could outdo me all day, speed, intensity on the frame, I just knew that I needed to get a certain exact distance with how the score was lined up, and then I'm done. It doesn't matter how good second and third place did. They could not outpace me in points. So I
right.
did the exact minimum I was in the back, like behind the scenes, and I was just walking back and forth and pacing, counting my steps. So then when I went out there, I just had to count a certain steps out, certain steps back, and I knew the distance. And
Right.
I dropped it. I had 7.5 seconds left, and I just walked off. And a couple guys yelled at me for doing it. I explained my theory. Hey, if it screws me over in the last event, then I
No,
wanted to be as fresh for the last event as possible.
no, and that's being a pro right there.
Yeah.
That's being a pro. It's mitigating the losses and exaggerating your strengths. So that's smart. That's smart.
Thank
So
you.
we can make that better. We can make that a
Yeah,
lot better.
the Pro Strongman League, I failed to play on my strengths and, take an honorable loss in my weaknesses, where I did the inverse. I sandbagged all my strengths, and then I just dug my heels into all the events I was bad at. And
Mm-hmm.
I still got top 5 at the PSL championship,
Right.
but definitely could have done better. Lessons
Right.
learned, took those lessons to nationals, made it work.
Yeah, I did whatever I could on overhead because I was just never a great overhead presser. And then I just came with all my strengths. I just brought it all, and that's how I was able to do the things that I did. As I mitigated the bad stuff. And I mean, I zeroed the axle at World's Strongest Man in 2010, and still made it to the finals.
Yeah.
So it's just, but I won 3 events in the qualifying heat. So stuff like that makes a pretty big difference. So it's just mitigating your losses and then getting after that. So, but a lot of it, some of it's the way you carry your shoulders too, and keeping the frame from moving. Did you notice pickups? The frame was rocking up and down.
Yes. I like a lot of guys would take off and they would get ahead,
Yeah.
and even some of the guys lower on the leaderboard are typically, not always, but typically more novice or junior athletes. Especially a good handful of those guys. They picked it so fast they didn't anticipate the length because of how narrow our frames were. To make up for how narrow they were, they made them just way longer. So it was a balancing act. A lot of guys would pick them up and then it would just dig, and it would just stop them.
Yeah. So did you get to play with them at all before you guys went?
We did. We had the day prior during the rules meeting, and then we had all day as long as as early as you got to get there and work with them. They did that with all the implements, which I loved about nationals.
Did you find the balancing point and then put a mark
Oh
on
yeah.
them?
If you did enough practice, they gave us like a very generous like 25 feet in the back. They had 3 lanes in the back running at a time, so I believe they brought 8 frames to the show, and you could find it easy if you just worked with
Oh,
it.
but when you found it on the one that you were going to use, mark where it was.
Oh,
In the
no,
middle.
I didn't know which exact frame went out where, and then the way that this day 2 was set up, my weight class went first on the frame.
Okay.
So they moved them straight from the backstage to the front. They got mixed up. I was focused elsewhere.
Yeah. Little things like that, especially when you get into the bigger shows where there's less of you and only a couple frames, go mark it on both the frames where your balance point is.
Good to know. Thank you, sir.
It'll give it to where it's a little more level and not going like this in your hands, which makes it hard.
Teeter-totter.
But do you have any deep dish 100-pound plates?
No.
Or
Well,
find any?
yeah, no. I have 50 kilo calibrateds, but those are flat faced. And then I just
Yeah.
have some I have like some standard barbell hundreds, but they're not deep. They're not deep dish.
Like, how deep are they?
They probably got a 1/4 inch on each side.
Yeah, that's not enough. Okay. What about any deep dish 45s?
I do have those.
Okay. So we could probably run something through the eyelet on the 45 to where you could attach another one plus like two tens on there to get it to 100 pounds, and then pick them up on either side and hold it in your hands.
Like from the
You might have
center.
to do it up on a platform. No. Grabbing the deep dish part of it.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
your
I thought you were
fingertip.
saying grabbing the
No, not like
middle.
this. No,
I'd
not
say
like that.
100
That's a
pounds.
Brilliant shot, man. No, grab the deep dish on your fingertips, and then pick it up
Okay.
and just hold it. Try to get like past them.
Yeah.
Your fingers got to get really strong, really strong. And guess what you need in grip?
Yeah. Strong fingers, strong grip.
Strong
It's
fingers.
like how rock climbers have insane grip. They can hold their body weight up for an hour.
Right.
It's all
You
right.
do,
Yeah. Right on top.
you get to where you can hold like 100 pounds in your hands like that, on your fingertips like that for over a minute, you'll be able to pick up the Thomas Inch.
You think so? Because that
Oh
thing
yeah.
does. Every time I've grabbed one, it's bolted to the floor.
Yeah. You get to where you can hold that for like a minute and a half, you'll be able to do it.
I will
It'll
have
make,
to.
it'll make
Yeah,
your
I'll have to
grip a lot
find
stronger. Yeah. It'll help a lot. It's just Thor just came out and we just did that out here.
some.
So
Okay. Yeah,
we got a little
that'd be a
mini
sight to see.
we got some little mini grip training session. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of cool.
Just,
Thor's dad's pretty strong too.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I can
Yeah.
imagine. I mean, the genetics didn't come from didn't just
I
come from
know.
anywhere.
I know.
They're
But
in there.
oh yeah, for sure. But it works really good. You do that with about 100 pounds and get it into the deep dish part of that and get it right on your fingertips and just put your thumbs on the top. Don't wrap them around. Don't squeeze them. Just your thumbs can hold onto the top like this, but just
Yeah.
you're holding it on your fingertips, trying to.
Yeah, you're not trying to grip around. You're just
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Your grip. Watch what happens to this part of your forearms, all in through there. Yeah, and your grip will just get monster after that.
Tim Buck lives in my town.
Mhm.
Tim Buck's a open
Yeah.
pro as well.
Mhm.
I'm sure he might know where some are.
Yes, he'll probably be able to help you find some. So that'll be good. That'll be a good thing.
I'll have to get with him soon. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
You got any other questions or any ideas?
For you, for powerlifting and
Mhm.
strongman together.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
you've lifted both raw wraps, single
Mhm.
ply.
Mhm.
Um, you've been a competitive powerlifter since
1980.
85,
Yeah.
86.
85.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you have like, I don't know what, 30, probably like 30 or so powerlifting shows
Oh yeah.
alone.
Yeah. More than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
You've had 1,000 kilo totals
Mhm.
raw,
Mhm.
all while still being one of what some would consider one of the older gentlemen at World's Strongest Man, competing along with all the big names, especially
Yeah.
Big Z,
Mhm.
Brian, McKeel,
Yeah.
Travis and Terry Hollins.
Mhm.
What was probably your biggest takeaway of like training both at the same time and being incredibly successful?
You know what? If you do it right, they complement each other.
Mm-hmm.
One will make the other better. I mean, when I first competed in strongman, my biggest deadlift was like 705, 727, right around in there. And then I had to start doing strongman, and the contest I was getting ready for had a farmer's walk, and it had a deadlift, a regular deadlift. And I had to figure out how to, because there's no sumo in strongman. So I had to figure out how to deadlift and do farmer's walk. And the two of those combined, one played off the other. And I just went from deadlifting like 727 at most up to 804 in about 4 months when I started training it. It was crazy. I found that goofy technique I had because that was the best way I could get down and grab the bar and pull it up. And it was like natural for me. And then I was doing farmer's walk at the same time. And I was had a 150-pound dumbbell at the 24-hour fitness that I was working at the time. And I would wrap it around with a strap, a 145-pound dumbbell, and double stack them. And so I'd have to pick that. Now imagine picking, 295 pounds in each hand on the dumbbells, on the rubber dumbbells at 24-hour fitness. And that really also helped my deadlift. And then holding on to it, I was going down, making a turn, and then coming back. It was probably about 80 feet down and turning and coming back with those. And turned out I did it right because I got to IFSA Worlds and broke the world record in the farmer's walk. First event I ever did in an international show. So, and the record's still there since 2006, which is kind of crazy. But one helped the other, like big time. So a lot of the stuff plays off of other things. Go ahead.
You took about a 15-year hiatus from powerlifting. Was that you had an injury the last time you competed in single ply, which was 2000?
Yeah. Well,
so
I was just getting over that injury when I competed.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was that you injured yourself in 2000 or at that show, because you didn't complete. You pulled, you withdrawn from that one, but then you don't have another show until 2015.
Yeah.
So
started getting back into it.
Yeah. Did you always want to get back into it, or was it just you slowed down in strongman and you weren't?
Well, I wanted to get to the top level of strongman, so I put all my effort into that.
It'd be effort well deserved.
Yeah. Basically, my last show was in 2001, and it was the Nevada State Championships.
Okay.
And I think that I squatted 815, benched 567, and deadlifted, I think, either 705 or 727. I totaled 2105 that day. So whatever that comes out to be, that's what I hit on the deadlift. Because the total was 2105. All were Nevada State records and stuff like that. And that was the last time I did it. That was the last powerlifting meet. And it was, I think Dylan was probably 8 or 9 months old at the time. So it was pretty cool. And then Dylan's mother and I just, at that time, it just wasn't a good thing. And the powerlifting and stuff like that, she didn't really like it that much. And I didn't know that much about what strongman was at that time. And then in 2003, Mark Philippi invited me out to UNLV to watch the strongman competition that he was having out there. And here's Grant Higa and John Anderson and Phil Pfister and Carl Gillingham and stuff like that. A lot of the guys I competed with in powerlifting, they're doing strongman. And I was watching that, and Dylan's just having a ball. And he's like, looking at this stuff, Dad, you're pretty strong. This is cool. You should do this. Well, I did. Did a contest in 2004 and got my head handed to me at March Air Force Base. Met Ode Hagen there. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
And got to see Rebecca Swenson and Joe Mills go head to head at that show. That was kind of amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Sure. Josh Bryant was there. It was a really neat show. I finished the middle of the pack, and I realized I finished the middle of the pack. not because I wasn't strong enough. I just didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know, they had a yoke in there, and I think it was like 750 pounds. And I finished the course, but I was wobbling all over the place. I had no idea what to do with that thing. But it was pretty cool. And I was bit. At that point, I was bit. I'm like, I'm doing this. We got to pull an F-4 Phantom fighter jet. It was an airplane. I'm like, I'm pulling an airplane. It was freaking cool. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I'm on. And November, I did another show, and I knew what the events were a little bit. Did the best I could to get ready for those. Went to the show, and I guess the guy that was fourth in the country that time at NAS Nationals was there, and everybody was like freaking out that he was there. And I beat him as bad as he beat everybody else. I got first in all the events and 1 second in the overhead, and he got 1 first in the overhead and second in all the rest of the events. So he just looks at me and goes, well, he goes, I'd say I'd see you at Nationals. He goes, but there's a bunch of pro-ams because there was like 2 pro-ams before. He goes, you'll probably turn pro at one of those 2. And I did Chad Coy's show and missed it by a point. And 2 of us beat all the pros that were in the show.
Historically, Chad's shows they're tough.
That's where I figured out I knew I was going to be good at the farmer's walk, but I found out I was really good there because I just picked up, I think it was like 310, 320, and I was gone. I mean, nobody was even close. I was like, okay, cool. I'm pretty good at this one. But it was just a neat show to do.
It's awesome.
And then Chad's like, look, man, you got second place by a point. You need to keep doing this. I'm like, hell yeah, totally. He goes, you just need more experience. So Van Hatfield's contest was in Utah a month later. He's like, yeah, go up and do that one. Just go get the experience. Well, I did. And that was a pro-am. And instead of having 3 pros in the contest, there was 7 pros in the contest.
Wow.
And in 4 of the events, I beat all the pros but Travis. And then the deadlift event, I actually even beat Travis. So every time I beat, like I got second in the tire flip and drag, I missed beating Travis by half a second. Travis was like, who the hell are you? I'm like, I don't know. So, and then the log I did horrible in. I was like in the middle of the pack. And then the frame, Travis and I were the only 2 to finish the frame. And it was an 800-pound frame, which I actually have here at my house now. Van let me borrow
you have
it.
that exact frame?
Yeah, but it's been here since. Thank you, Van. Love you. I also got one of his logs, which that one he let me bring down and gave to me. But we got to the deadlift event, and then it came down to me and him, and I broke his record by like 10 pounds, and he was all pissed. He's, you want 800? I'm like, yeah, put it on. He pulled it, got to his knees and dropped it, and I went out and pulled it, put it down. I'm like, good, that was it. And I had held
That's all you needed.
Yeah, I held the NAS deadlift record for probably 10 years at that point, until somebody's clearly broken it.
What would you say that what would your favorite lift be? Maybe not the.
I'm supposed to be interviewing you.
I don't get to talk to you. This is the only chance that I have your undivided attention.
Well, just fly out here. You can stay here and come train and stuff. You can hang out here. I don't mind.
You don't tell me twice.
Okay. I got an extra room. You can come crash here, and we can get a few days training in and stuff like that. Do some working with you and stuff like that. That'd be fun.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah. So what's my favorite event?
Yes.
It's hard. What's that?
Because I mean, I said, yeah, it's hard to decide. I mean, especially with when you did the strongest man in history, you got to go around with the other 3 goofballs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All over and just lift.
Yeah, that was God. That was fun. That was so fun. That carousel lift at Paul Anderson's ranch with his family on it was pretty insane. That was pretty emotional, just all the way around.
The one that everybody thought was going to kill you?
Yes. Well, if it had missed the platform when I went to set it down, it would have.
Oh yeah, that's terrifying that you did that.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I set it down, but Brian let me know about it shortly after, and I couldn't argue with him. That was just not real smart, but it was cool, neat getting to do that with his family on it and breaking the
Yeah,
record.
2,800 pounds. Yeah,
2790.
1,000.
2790. Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Just a Honda Civic on your back.
Yeah. Well, Jenkins and I set the hip lift world record. We still co-hold that thing at 2,500.
Yeah. And yeah,
That was
2012
lighter.
Giants.
Huh? Yeah.
At 2012 Giants, yeah.
I think my career.
1150 kilo.
So, yeah, that was a pretty cool one too. Getting to do that with Mike, that was really special. It truly was, especially Mike's attitude. He's like, "Yeah, we're lifting the red rocket." He's just making jokes about it the whole entire time. It was hard to keep a straight face when we were going. That guy, he was so freaking funny and so lovable and so hilarious, just out of control, just instant fun. He just was. His personality was every bit as big as he was.
No, I'm sure.
So, but I don't. It's hard to pick a favorite event because I love the yoke, I love the farmer's walk, I love the front carries.
Events for you.
Yeah. So the 18-inch deadlift, the 15-inch deadlift, I love both of those too. Did very, very well at those. I think at 15 inches, I did a 770 axle for 13 reps in 60 seconds, which I think is still a world record. But I don't know. I'm not paying attention to it anymore. But that was pretty cool. So they're just
yes, still the undefeated record.
I just there's just a lot of stuff that's just been so much fun. But I love medleys. It's yeah, I just love the sport. I really do. It's just fun. It's hard to pick one thing. I can pick the thing I could do without though. It's overhead press.
Overhead? Yeah, it's
Just once I would have loved to see him put a bench press in when I was still able to bench press really well. Just one time.
When we did the Pro Strongman League 105 championships, the event 2 was a 635 squat for max reps. And
you did
60
15?
seconds. Yeah, 60 seconds. And I completed 15 reps. And I mean, I was only advertised as a powerlifter going into it. And it was also my first international and my first pro show. And I was just a wild card invite. I got a call from Tyler at almost 10 o'clock at night on New Year's, the day after New Year's. And he's like, "Hey, you heard about PSL? Absolutely. Yes. Would you like to come to it? Yes. I'm a powerlifter, right?" I said, "Yeah, well, somebody else didn't show up. We have the spot, so you're more than welcome." Okay. So I trained. I was completely self-coached. I forgone a powerlifting show that I had earlier that year. Forgone that to just do like 4 months of strongman prep. So on the 16th rep of that squat though, I tore my hamstring. So tore it on June 1st of this year.
Oh man.
Yep.
That was crazy.
So that was fun.
How did you deal with that 2-inch axle? Did you just high bar it?
Yeah, just super high bar. It was
because you low bar squat. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Low bar all the way. So in training, all I did was I kept the percentage pretty close to the max weight of the show. I'm a comfortable 600-pound squatter.
Oh yeah,
any time of the year. With equipment, without equipment, bare knees, doesn't matter. But training for that is the reps, because no powerlifters training, they're 80% for AMRAP almost on a weekly basis. Yeah. So what I did is I just got those big squishy plyo boxes, and I just got an assortment of different sizes. They went down like 4 inches. I started up really high, and I would just do all these like quarter reps of 600, and then I'd move it down 4 inches, another 10%. Finally, I was able to get comfortable sets of a dozen, full range of motion. So
yeah, smart, really, really smart. Now,
and then inversely, my powerlifting squat went straight to 800.
yeah, exactly. It's crazy how they go back and forth and actually help each other. I mean, it's kind of like if I can pull 500 for 20, I know I'm between 750 and 800 from the floor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
It's just one of those things, and so you don't have to beat yourself up. It's still beating yourself up, but you don't have to beat yourself up as bad. But there's a trick with the 2-inch axle. You could low bar it too.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have as much real estate up here as you do.
It's not the real estate. That's not what does it. Okay. Your wrists, your hands, right? Piece of tape. Put it here. Put it all the way down to here. 4 of them in your hands. Tape one piece around here, 2 pieces around here, but make it to where you can still close your hand. Tape your wrist like you'd be taping your wrist. Come down here, put another piece of tape here. Then put your wrist wraps on. Go squat.
They ain't gonna move.
Not gonna move.
Nope. I don't remember there being rules against like athletic tape at PSL either.
Nope. Did that in World's Strongest Man. After I learned that in 2011, Eddie beat me by 1 rep in the squat in 2011 at World's Strongest Man, and it was because my wrists were just getting bent back. And you see in the finals, I got my biceps taped up because it like just nearly destroyed my biceps. So then in the 2018 World's Strongest Man, we had that squat again. I taped my wrists. And I did 8 reps and tied for first in that event. Works pretty good. I was able to low bar it and didn't have any problem holding on.
You lost once and you took it personally as a powerlifter.
Yep, exactly. So, but that's a little trick with that. That'll really make a big difference when you're trying to squat with a 2-inch axle, because those things just want to go down your back.
Oh yeah, that's what the majority had, especially when they hit the blocks. I could tell a lot of guys did not train to their actual correct depth. That was one thing that people were screwing up. So they would actually go all the way down to correct depth where their hips were below the top of the knee. And you had Tyler and Greg Popejoy and Bobby Thompson all vetting these depths. So they were depth. And and I'm sorry, and Chad Coy, of course.
Oh yeah. Chad,
he was there, chirping at every single one that wasn't hitting depth.
Yeah, I love the fact that you can still call Chad Coy old man. He's 2 days old.
The fact that I got complimented about my depth by Chad, I've taken that with me every day.
Oh, you should. Yeah, absolutely. And it looked great. I was watching the video earlier today. I was just like,
"Thank you."
Holy cow! That's
you wouldn't have been able to tell that I tore my hamstring because of how happy I was.
No, yeah, you came out there. You just got this big old smile on your face, and I'm like, "Wow, that was freaking cool."
Yeah, no, I was just happy to have a squat event. All the other strongmen did not care to have a squat event. I was the only one that was excited.
Yeah, and you should be. You can squat pretty damn good. I think you can probably do a whole heck of a lot more.
My lifetime goal is 1,000 raw. So.
Yeah. And what weight class?
It doesn't matter. I just want 1,000 raw. Because nobody asked what weight class you squatted 1,000 raw in. They just want to know that you squatted 1,000.
That's true. They don't. They don't. So
but I'm sorry. You weighed 270. Oh, see, it would have been impressive if you were 240. Nobody asked.
So how much you weighing now?
I walk around at 230, 235. I've never been above 240 ever.
Okay, and you're squatting 805 pretty comfortably at that weight right now.
I squatted 805 in my prep for the WPF Worlds. I was 225. So,
Yeah,
but I wasn't maintaining or losing. I was just coasting whatever. If healthy is healthy. So
I think 265 would probably be your magic number.
yeah. Historically looking, I looked up men's, like the best men's powerlifters and strongman in their heights versus their weights.
Right.
For powerlifting, I should not be at 220 anymore. Minimum 242, majority 265.
Mm-hmm.
In strongman, it goes both ways.
Right.
Relatively speaking, at my height, I'm a great 231. There's been other amazing 231s that have, I mean, you had Nick Camby, he was a 105.
Yeah.
Anthony Furman, 105. I mean, other great 105s that have come out, done bigger and better things outside of 105, but around the 6 foot mark is where they all are.
Yeah.
So
I think at that weight, you'll be able to handle all the static stuff that everybody else is.
Mhm.
It's just going to be some of the explosive events like the bag tosses or getting the stones up to the higher platforms and stuff like that. That's the type of stuff where technique and learning how to use implements that are within the rules. Like you could probably load the heavy stones. You just got to catch it on the belt.
Yeah, and that's the issue I have, is that like I have plenty of strength to pick and lap a four. I've the heaviest I've lapped is a 420 stone. Plenty of strength, ripped it right off the floor.
Yeah,
not the rest to get it to at least a 50-inch platform though.
Yeah, but
and it doesn't matter, and it doesn't help that I'm shorter than all the other guys that are doing that weight.
Oh yeah, but there's no rules against boots either.
No, there's not. And looking back at some of your videos, I would just, why is he wearing boots? Is it just comfortable?
That's why I was wearing boots.
Yep.
Just like when
it's like no, because he's shorter than all the other mass monsters that are out there.
So
and everything's set at Brian Shaw height.
Correct. So when you're doing stones, you put some boots on, you pick up an extra 3 inches, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. Just that much, you're able to get it up, and the little pop, it'll go right up on top.
Stone picking at a deficit.
Yeah.
Correct. But if you notice, look at the way I pick stones, though. I don't get all the way underneath the stones.
No.
I'm just past the apex.
Yeah. And you also don't stand all the way on top of them either.
Correct. Pull them straight up, stiff leg deadlift them.
Landmine row.
Pop it up. Landmine row.
One giant RDL from hell.
It's just one. It's just the landmine rows. If you
Give
do
me
those,
some good ideas for training.
Well, that's the whole point.
Yeah. Some like lighter sandbag RDLs from just like floor to shoulder, one fluid, just one motion.
Yeah.
That'd be great for mobility too.
Yeah, we used to do stuff like that. We'd go and get like a 200, 220-pound bag and then just throw over each other's shoulder. I go, you go, I go, you go, I go, you go. We do that till we couldn't do it. Until
somebody throws up.
Yep.
No, we just keep going even after they threw up.
Even after.
As long as you could keep going, we kept going. And it ended up around 10 to 12, sometimes 14, 15 reps. But we were worked after that. We were done. It was like the last thing we do would be conditioning, or do the carrying drags. We always used to do like the 250-pound or 300-pound sandbag for like 25 meters and then drag it back. We do a couple sets of those and you were just gassed. Or the keg and sandbag loading medleys. We do a lot of out in the heat.
Yeah.
So it's 110 degrees outside. We'd be out in the street doing that. You'd load a 330-pound keg, a 295-pound keg, a 275-pound sandbag, and a 250-pound sandbag.
Yeah,
All
and
four.
You'd have some that like the ones in Africa where you'd be trudging through a river as well,
yeah.
doing those carries.
Water.
And then if you dropped it in the water, you just made it heavier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Keeping the bag out of the water was an incentive.
Very much so. The only good part about that was, which you don't realize, those bags weren't full of sand. They were full of rocks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if it was sand, that would have been terrible.
Well, they were worse with the rocks because it hurt.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that digging, gravel.
It was more gravel than it was like rocks.
Chunks.
So they were small, but the water would flow through them. It'd still make it heavier.
At least they thought ahead. Yeah, it's not going to be.
If it was like play sand, yeah, you'd be screwed.
Yeah, it's kitties play sand.
Oh, yeah,
it just went from 300 to 400.
Correct.
Well, guys, we're getting pretty close to that hour, and so let's shift gears. I hate to break down a conversation, but it could go on forever. Trust me.
Yeah, it's really good. My fault.
No, it's all right. Hey, like I said, part of my job is to make sure that we stay on task, and sometimes it's hard to pull the ripcord. But I actually, before we end today's show, I wanted to actually talk about the Rogue Invitational since we are fresh off of it. You know what I'm saying? It literally just happened this weekend, and it was a pretty gnarly show. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have to go through every event, but we can just talk about go through the leaderboard and kind of just discuss what we thought for the whole day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll start at number 9. Patty Haynes at 21 points. I seen him at World's Strongest Man for the first time last year, and talk about a strong, light. He's not tall, he's not light, he's not heavy, but man, he's got movement.
Yeah, no, he's quick. He's real quick, and he's not bad on the static strength. He's going to be hell to deal with for a while because if you give him any speed events, he's good luck. And misery events. Speed events and misery events. So long distance carrying things, he's going to be a lot for people to deal with. So he'll be a little bit short on some of the static stuff, but he'll hold his own enough to where on the good events he'll sneak in there and break stuff up. He really will. So
what do you think about how you feel about Patty there, Geoff?
Patty and I are the same age. He's much larger than me though. So it's good to see, I guess that I think of myself as really young in the sport. And obviously guys like Reno and Patty, being as young as they are, competing comfortably at that level, at least top 10. I mean, he is statically strong, but mainly movement based. And I think, like we were talking earlier, experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure in a couple years he's going to be just dominating podiums.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Fits. But the biggest problem with the younger guys is they get into this and they start doing get invited to everything. They start going to everything. Big mistake. Big mistake. And you see guys.
That's why I forgone OSG this year. Lynn Morehouse reached out to me personally on a phone call and invited me to OSG. And as much as everybody has told me that I would be on the podium, and as much as I believe in myself that I could be on the podium, I just know I'm tapped out. I've competed 6 times this year. National, international level shows and setting records at every show I've been to. It's, I know when to call it.
Hey, and that's important. And that's important. Knowing that.
I already lost one hamstring this year.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's how you're going to last. It's that type of foresight. That's how you're going to last. Keeping it to 5-6 shows a year at most. And then coming in and being ready for the shows. And give your body downtime so you can train and do that. The only person, there's a couple guys I've seen be successful at that. Sedrunas being one of them, but Sojourner was so far ahead of everybody when he'd go to these contests in Europe, the weights were all lighter. He was just stronger than everybody else. So it was just a decent training day for him. You know, so he was able to win so many shows that way. Mm-hmm. And smart, good on him, because that's the way he got his training in. Plus he got used to traveling and all the other stuff. And all the things you had to deal with that, with food and stuff like that. He was very, there's nothing that guy didn't know.
That's
it
it.
really wasn't to be prepared for a show. Exactly. But the other side of that is Brian. You know, Brian lasted forever. Brian did like 3-4 major shows a year, and that's it. That's it. Maybe 2 or 3 sometimes. And he would get ready, come out, and just let it fly. So longevity is the key to this. And, you know, if you're not going to use the shows as training and you're actually to go try to win them, you know, keeping that number under 6 or 7 is pretty darn smart. So good job.
Exactly.
Good job already.
Exactly. Yeah. And we have number 8 at Ryan O'Neal. He was, 2025 World's Strongest Man at 28.5 points. I know he's the youngest, they said 15 years since a rookie came in and won World's Strongest Man.
And the only South African.
Yeah. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what I was going to see, you know what I'm saying? But also too, the Rogue is heavy.
Well, yeah. And he's young. The Rogue is really heavy, and there's some really odd events, pushing that, like, I don't know whatever they call that cylinder.
Yeah, in like the yoke escalator and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was just freaking brutal.
Grueling.
And if he's not prepared for stuff like that and doesn't know what's coming, it's going to be a little bit of a shock. And this contest didn't have a lot of his strengths in it anyway. But it was good. It was good for him to come. It was good for him to compete and get more experience and get a show like that underneath his belt, because he's got a title to defend coming up. So
yep, exactly. And then we have number 6, Thomas Evans. Thomas Evans, actually, we talked about him, had him on our previous show, Legends of Iron, and on the Best Experience numerous times.
You skipped Austin Andrade.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, Austin, pardon me, Austin. I completely missed. I just glanced at my screen. Austin Andrade, and I've actually had him on my show, and he wants to be on the show as a guest too. So we definitely need to get him on. And he came in at 30 points.
Yeah, he had a good show, but I think it just a couple of the events.
Another young guy,
huh?
Another young guy. Like all 3 of the last guys are 30, 29, and 28.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Big Tom Evans came in. He got 6.
That's it. We watched his career grow as he's come up in this thing, because we've had him on from when he just won the Shaw Classic all the way to his first World's Strongest Man.
Yeah. But I think Thomas did pretty good at the Strongest Man on Earth.
Yeah.
And that show's pretty darn heavy. And then he got ready and came into the Rogue, and, just a different type of show. So he's still hanging in there. I mean, he was tied with Bryce.
Exactly. And Bryce Johnson at 5 with 34.5. Like I said, tied with Thomas.
Bryce is scary.
And, he is ridiculously strong. Good head on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's wide.
He's wide and tall.
Yeah.
And nicest guy you'll ever meet. He really is. He's a really nice dude. His potential where he could go with this is kind of scary, because he's improving by leaps and bounds. I mean, from year to year to year to year. It's not like a small jumps. They're like, so he does that a couple more years and he could be winning all these things, or pretty darn close to it. So, in 4th, we have Lucas Hatton at 37.5 points.
Yes.
Surprised.
Why are you?
Hey, same. I was surprised. I was looking for second place, third place for him to fall.
Yes.
And he just, like I said, second place at Strongest Man on Earth. Just did America's Strongest Man. and
Yeah.
then immediately into the Rogue. That like that could have been a strategy plan that might have hurt
just
him a little
fatigued.
bit.
What's up?
Just
What's that,
CNS
Jeff?
fatigue. I mean, you were all humans. So, and he had 3 major shows within 6 months. So,
Yep. Agreed.
Yes.
Because I figured he'd be first or second in this show.
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah.
a lot of good points in it for him. But
Exactly.
Fourth by a point is not bad. And you had the guy come with all kinds of heart, because I think he was in 7th place after the first 2 events. That would be Tom. And Tom came back and made podium. So
yes, he did.
That's a good check.
Exactly.
Yeah, him not doing so good on the yoke escalator definitely put him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. And then the big thicket himself.
Yeah, Trey.
Trey, fun guy, hilarious guy. I always enjoy hanging out with him when we're at the shows.
Yeah, super strong.
Man, super strong. And it got with 13 reps.
On which?
Or on the shoulder press.
No,
the Viking press?
Viking press.
No, that was
22.
Yeah, Trey got 22.
Yeah, 22.
Tom got 13.
Yeah, there you go. I had it mixed up. 22, which was insane.
Yeah. It was either going to be him or Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured. I figured it'd be one of the 2 of them, first or second in that. And Trey came out with the overhead press this week. So that's good. I mean, he put up he did it. He put up 22, which is absolutely nuts.
Insane. And it's crazy because, like I said, Trey just started using a suit for deadlifting because he's been doing it without a suit for so long. Once he dials that in, his deadlift is gonna fucking just be through the roof.
It's a pretty big difference to deal with the blood pressure on that and get used to pulling. Yeah. You need at least a good, what do you think, Jeff? Probably 6 to 8 weeks pulling in a tight suit to get used to it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, the first time I threw on a suit, I thought that it's like, oh, the gear does it for me. And then I almost pass out getting into position.
Exactly. It's just like, oh my God. And then you take a nap.
Yeah.
When you don't intend to take a nap. And
I had to set up sumo to get into conventional, which doesn't make sense.
Exactly. So, I remember watching Eddie set up. It was the same way. I mean,
and he scoots his feet in.
Exactly. It's like, boom, pulls 1,100 pounds. You're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
he's going to disrespect it.
The most impressive deadlift I've ever seen him do was at the 2017 World's Strongest Man. He deadlift because we were using an axle that year.
Yeah.
He did 1,047 on an axle. The bar did not move. It did not get.
Yeah, it's like a steel girder.
Yeah, all these guys that are deadlifting all this weight, and the bar is giving, that much before the weights come off the ground. He got all 1,041 before the bar came off the ground.
That's it.
Anyway, I digress. And then we get on to the guy who won.
Yeah, champion.
Mitchell Hooper.
Hey, and showed up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He made a statement here at this show. And I definitely feel not competing at Strongest Man on Earth, rested himself up, got himself prepared, set up that training. And Mitchell Hooper is who Mitchell Hooper is.
Yeah. It looks like a lot of things in his life got settled in. Things got straightened out, and he got his head screwed on right. He got some rest that he needed. He got some mental rest that he needed. Seems happy and just came out and let it fly. And just kind of reminded everybody, hey, I'm the freak here. Good luck on catching me. And
yeah, I mean, after his showing at Giants, everybody was just like, nope, he's washed, he's done. His heyday's over with. I mean, he didn't have a major injury.
Yeah,
he just wasn't rested. A lot going on up here. Everybody's seen what went on.
It's all through the internet.
Love him or hate him, he did exactly what he needed to do to make sure not only was he on the podium, but he only didn't take first or second in one event. He was first or second all the way through. So after event 4, you knew what the podium looked like. Because
there's because he doesn't make those mistakes.
No. He also, like we were talking about earlier, like logical athletes.
Yeah, most.
He's one of them.
Yeah.
You could tell he like picks apart
every
little movement, seeing what corners he can
ask. He'll come up and ask. He'd be like, "What if you're doing this? What would you do?" And I tell him what I do, and he'd look at me and go, "I'm going to try that." And then he goes out and does it, and he wins the event. And he's like, gives me a high five and keeps walking. I'm like,
yeah, he's definitely Mitchell Hooper's first year at World's Strongest Man. He called Nick and was like, "Hey, well, and guess what? You know what I'm saying? It worked out for him. And numerous times he's trained at Nick's house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Had full on conversations about strategy, events, and it's just like that guy he's on point.
Yeah, he's probably right now, in my opinion, he's probably the smartest one doing it. Pretty much, he can figure out how to do things better than probably everybody else right now. And then he's figured out how to be statically strong on literally everything. I
totally agree.
Yep.
Because of the way that he trains, you can tell that he's not necessarily great at one thing. He's not bad at really anything either. But he's not like Trey and Lucas are to pressing. We know if there's a press event and one of those two names are on there, they're going to make a fool of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch, not so much.
No,
but he is just really, really good at everything. So
that's the thing. He'll be top 3. He might not be first or second, but he'll be third.
Yeah,
and then he's third again, and then second.
It wins by points every time.
Every time.
Yep.
So, and this is his third Rogue championship, right?
Yep.
Or fourth.
Third for first place. His first showing, he did get third.
Yeah.
So I mean, historically, ever since he's shown up, he's been on the podium.
Exactly, and that's been the whirlwind of his career. It's just podium, and it's great to see this because, like I said, he's a different size of strongman, and that's the size that's starting to come up now. All the young guys, a lot of you're getting a lot more, not as many power bellies as it used to be.
Well, bigger's not necessarily better. More athletic, but statically strong.
For sure.
It's better.
Because you see guys like Reno and Patty and Mitch, like all those type of builds are showing up more and more. Yeah. They look like I heard somebody say they look like plus sized 105s.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Derek back in the day, Poundstone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Derek was 6 foot.
Yeah. Shredded.
330 and shredded. Yeah. And he
looked like he was in a bodybuilding prep most of the time.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. The crazy thing
is, the dude looked fantastic.
Yeah. And it's just like you talk to him, he's like, "Yeah, I ate a whole sleeve of Oreos, and then I did this, and then I did that." You're just like,
"Oh, must be nice."
Yeah, must be.
Other guy, Puds.
Yeah,
Puds was really shredded. Yeah, and he was also a shorter guy.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, he was
gives me hope.
6'1". Yeah, no, dude. Like I said, it'll be some technique things, and then it's wearing bigger boots when you have certain time, and just little things.
There's tricks to the trade. Nick can only give out when we're off recording, so we'll leave it at that. And like I said, I think we've covered quite a bit. We didn't cover movies, but you know what? We can always put that off for next week. Geoff, thank you for showing up. Thank you for enjoying us and rambling with us because, it's not too often we get a guest, but when we do get a guest, we like to enjoy, especially because you got to dig into Nick a little bit more than most people do. So, you know what I'm saying? That was a plus right there because a lot of times I get to hear new things that he forgets to tell me about.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it.
Yeah, I forget a lot of stuff now. I'm getting old.
Well, hey, where can we find? Where can there? Oh, go ahead, Nick.
Geoff, you up for doing this again?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay. You up for coming out here to train?
Oh, don't worry. We'll make that happen.
Okay. So we'll do this again when you come out and train. We'll go through strongman stuff. We'll have fun, and powerlifting stuff, and we'll have
That'd
fun.
be great.
So go ahead, get him, Ben.
All right, Geoff. Let everybody know where to find you, and I'll also put it in the show notes.
My main platform's Instagram. It's my first _ last name GEOFF _ LANEY. I post daily. I respond to a lot of messages. I get a lot of younger guys, especially a lot of military individuals, asking me questions, especially military first responder, LEO. Get questions all the time. Really high tempo day-to-day lives. Can't figure out how to train. Can't figure out how to do X, Y, and Z. I probably have been there. So please reach out to me. I love getting being a part of that community. I love helping out.
All right. You know what we're doing next time too? Guns and shooting.
Yes, please.
We didn't get into any of that today either. So
not even a bit.
And when you come out, let's shoot too.
Oh yeah, get that 50 cal out.
We'll go
you know what I'm saying? We keep saying we're gonna blow up a car, but we quite haven't done it yet.
200 pounds of tannerite will do it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Maybe, you know what I'm saying? In theory.
Yes. So anyway,
educational purposes only.
Oh yeah.
Yes, exactly. Just we'll have proper fire department people around that will have the permits and things like that we need to have. And,
you know, we will have those.
Yes, so we don't set the desert on fire. So yeah, okay. Anyway, you got anything else?
No, just lead us out here. Everyone, thank you for joining the Patreon. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And for those who join, ask your questions. What's your thoughts, philosophy, whatever you want to hear, ask us, and Nick will answer. I will always throw in my own 2 cents, but I know you really want to hear from Nick, so it's okay.
Anyway, Geoff, thank you for being on. Greatly appreciated. It was a lot of fun, and we're tearing through more of your stuff next time too, because it wasn't to interview me; it was me to interview you, and it feels like it was the other way around. So,
hey, if I get an hour of undevoted, like uninterrupted Nick Best time, I'm going to ask my questions too.
Which is cool, and I appreciate that.
You are a living legend, sir, and it's an absolute blessing and an honor to be a part of this. Thank you so much for reaching out. I would love to do this again. Hope I can make it out your way for the next one.
Yeah, I will definitely. And
thank
everybody out there, as always, thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe, and please share this. And as always, train hard, train smart, and be the best you can be. Go out there and have a good time.